friends, we're coming to you live from Patriots Stadium in Marion. The conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. We welcome you if you're listening to us on 102.3 FM. KCJC. We're also streaming the audio on rivercountryKCJC.com. Also streaming the video for us on our YouTube page, youtube.com, and search for Cyclone Booth. On the game tonight, it's the Russellville Cyclones, the number 5 seed out of the West. Marion Patriots, number 4 seed out of the East. Before I break, I need to say this. Our producer for tonight's game is Aaron Thomas back in the studios, our media team. We've lost some, so it's going to be some flunk on the camera tonight, so we're going to go ahead and apologize if we get behind. Russellville. He didn't want any special treatment. He wanted to keep it the same as when they beat Silver Springs. Didn't come in chartered buses, came in regular school buses. Came and did a walkthrough. He did a walkthrough actually at UCA and Nathan Brown allowed that former Cyclone quarterback. They owed on the way. They're ready to do everything and they're getting ready for it. He wants this one bad. Talk to the kids, and this is going to be part of our Cyclone radar tonight. He talked to the kids and made bracelets. Had bracelets made for them. That you always hear that the storm is coming. That's been the mantra for Russellville sports here the last couple of years. But the bracelets for each player said, "I am the storm," and so that's what he says. You're the storm. You're bringing it with you, and the storm is coming to Marion tonight. That's what they hope for this evening. One stat to pass along to you for the Marion Patriots. Their main guy, number 3, Cameron Anderson. He's the running back. Already rushed for 1,332 yards, 16 touchdowns. 5 of his 10 games this year, he's had over 100 yards rushing. Now the quarterback, Ben Gerard, he can throw the ball a little bit, 59% completion rating.
Patriots win the toss and elect to receive in the south end zone.
935 yards, but they live and die with Cameron Anderson. And they got here by the feed in Jonesboro, who won the conference. Already had lost up, but they were one of the championship last week. And then they put it on up here 50 to 43.
Welcome to the field, those mighty Marion Patriots.
Trying to see if that actually works. And so I didn't see the coin toss. Did you?
Yeah, Marion won the toss, and they elected to receive. So Russell will be kicking off, moving from right. I'm trying to think. I guess this field sits north and south, doesn't it? So they'll be moving from north to south.
All right, we think we're having some audio issues on our through our video. We'll try to get that fixed as we go, and hopefully it can fix it at some point in the night. But I think our audio, or at least our video, is working, and our audio is working on the radio. Video is working through our YouTube page, so we'll get that adjusted. Okay. Thank you. You know, that's a part of Cyclone community. There's a lot of people here, but there's also, thankfully, a lot of people back at home telling me, "Hey, it's fixed, it's good," and I appreciate. My wife is one, Travis Simpson. I get in trouble if I don't mention my wife before, so Travis, don't take that personally. But I've already heard from Tom Scott, heard from Dan Burrows. Russellville, look, there's a lot of interest in this game. And the Cyclones, as we said, even though they're the lower seed, even though they've had to make this long trip, they're the favorite. Hootens, who's only favored Russellville on 2 of their games this year, and it's a big line. It's a 7-point line, meaning if this was a neutral site, it'd be a 10-point line. So Russellville's got that going on for him. Hope that's not the kiss of death. Russellville's going to kick off. We're sitting with the visiting fans outside, and very cold, windy night. And Russellville going to kick off here wearing their road white uniforms with black pants. The ball kicked off by Noe Jimenez, going to be mishandled, but picked up at the 7-yard line. They're returning it. They're running laterally across the 10, the 15. Going to be stacked up right around the 20-yard line, and that's where the Patriots will start.
Yeah, number 11, Donnie Cheers, is the one who picked up that ball and was running, and there comes a flag. thrown down around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, back at the 11. So
11-yard line.
And because we're sort of lower field, more closer to field level, it's going to be harder for us to see what yard line it is sometimes.
I could not tell what the signal was, but it's against Marion.
Yeah, he did point against Marion's. It'll be first down for them, but they're going to spot it. I think they have it spotted at the 21-yard line or 20-yard line, and it's already Marion coach is already trying to get an explanation on that. So the penalty will go on the Patriots, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and they'll put it down at the 5. So it'll still be first and 10, though, because that happened on the kickoff. So that's a good start for Russellville. Already having your defense have the Patriots starting at their own 5-yard line. Quarterback is number 10, Ben Girard. The running back, number 3, Cameron Anderson. We expect him to touch the ball quite a bit. Last week against Jonesboro, he carried it 32 times. He's going to get the call here, straight up off the right side, little read option, but I figure they're going to him anyway, and he stopped shy of the 10.
Yeah, number 2, Darian Thomas met him at the line of scrimmage.
They end up picking 4 yards after that. They're going to go quickly. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Again, Anderson to the right of the quarterback, man in motion, who will get the ball sometimes, but they're going to go Anderson here, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and drop for a loss.
Yeah, one of the people got him was Ben Hallmark, and that other man, 61, Trailer.
Zion Burnside, number 2, went in motion. Now he's gotten a lot of carries because they'll hand it backwards on the season, so he's not really a backup running back, but he's got the second most carries. Loss of 1 on the play. And they put him back at the 8-yard line. Third down. And now Girard back to pass, throwing to the near side. It's complete. Defender fell down for Russellville. They got the first down the right sideline. He's across the 40. He's at midfield. Breaks a tackle there. He's at the 35-30. Stepped out of bounds somewhere. We're not exactly sure where because he was kept running. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the Cyclone 32-yard line.
Yeah, our defender fell down and slipped down, and he was able to catch a ball. And then we just had 2 tackles that were missed. Big gain for Marion.
They get down to the Cyclone 32-yard line. They're going to give it to Anderson on the stretch play, and not much there, but he will pick up a couple. 60 yards on that pass play on the 3rd down and 7 to put him in Russellville's side of the 50. 2-yard pickup there, so at the 30-yard line, it is 2nd down and 8. 10:20 left to play here in the first quarter. Early going, Marion with a big play on the 3rd and 7 of 60 yards. Anderson carrying it left side. He's got a little opening there. Breaks a tackle at the 25. He's going to be taken down, but not before he picks up the first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, Foster and Latrell Thomas made the stop. Good opening on that left side of that offensive line.
They're going quickly here. First down for the Patriots. They're driving into the band grandstand. Anderson again the call. Again, this time he gets about 3 yards before he's even met by a Cyclone defender. Brought down just shy of the first down. Big push there by their offensive line, and not good for Russellville when they can pick up 7-8 yards on first down. They'll give him 8 on the play. To the 12-yard line, 2nd down and 2. Man in motion. But no, they're going to stick with Anderson. No, it's going to be a keeper with Girard, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was going to get the first down. They gave him forward progress to the 11. I think he started going sideways and actually lost some yards when he could have had the first down there. Pickup of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Looked like he had the opening over there. If he just went straight, he might have picked up the first down. But like you said, he started going sideways.
Well, good pursuit by Russellville there. Now they're going to go tight formation on 3rd and 1. You know, as they go with Anderson right behind him, he's getting the call. He slips a tackle in the backfield, and looks like he's got the first down inside the 10.
Very generous on that spot. I don't know if he made it. He got turned around.
I think he made it. All he needed was a 10. He was laying across it. It's the 9-yard line, 1st and goal for the Marion Patriots. Their opening drive, they started at their own 5-yard line. They returned the ball to the 20, had a 15-yard penalty. They're working on a 95-yard drive. Russell needs a turnover. Here's a man in motion. They're not going to give it to him. It's going to be a handoff to Anderson. Breaks a tackle back at the 11. Could have been a 2-yard loss. Ends up being a gain as he gets to the 6-yard line. Tough runner. This Cameron Anderson, again, he's rushed for over 1,300 yards in the season, 16 touchdowns. He's their go-to guy. Russellville with a player down, and so we have an injury timeout. We'll take a quick break. We have no score, 8:08 left to play here in the first quarter. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community under the bright lights of Friday night. Alathus Realty is determined to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty. Find us on Facebook today.
We have no score. We're back here. First quarter, 8:08 left to play. Russell with the player down. I could not get the number for the Cyclones. And I'm looking to see who's standing up over here to see who it is. Whoever it is running off. His jersey's pulled up, so I can't tell.
It's number 44.
Okay, that's Javion Velasquez then if it's 44. Okay, he's jogging off under his own power. That's good. As we return to action now, second down and goal from the 6-yard line. Ball's on the left hash mark for the Marion Patriots. Russell needs a stop here. Perfect time for a fumble. Patriots don't fumble it very much. Anderson right behind Gerard, the quarterback. Fake to him. Gerard rolling to his right. He's going to throw, and it's going to be complete at the 1-yard line. No, incomplete. They come in. The player there, the Brian Witherspoon, who came up to try to make the catch, actually stepped in front of the goal line, so it was not going to be enough for the touchdown. But the side judge came running in and said, hey, that was incomplete.
Yeah, he trapped the ball. It's pretty obvious.
Third down and goal. We're outside, so I'm going to say that a few times, so if you hear the Cyclone fans a little louder, we're sitting right amongst them. Camera shakes a little bit. That's our Cyclone faithful making noise and pounding on these stadium seats. Man in motion on third and goal. Gerard. He's going to give it to Anderson straight up the middle, and he's straight in the end zone. I didn't expect them to run it up the middle, and Russell might expect him either because he was barely touched going into the end zone.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even know if he was touched at all, but quite an opening.
He was touched, but not much, and he broke maybe an arm tackle. And that'll bring on Dylan Pieri, who's 25 of 26 on extra points this year. Try to make it a 7-0 ball game. He does. And 7-0 lead for the Marion Patriots. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Ashley Air is proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Our service to the River Valley began in 1958, the same year that the legendary Frank Broyles took over as football coach. The Hogs have had some great coaches, but we've never had so many on campus all at once. Sam Pittman, Eric Musselman, Dave Van Horn, and Mike Neighbors, just to name a few. What an incredible team. We put together quite a team at Ashley Air, too. On game day, call the Hogs. When your AC breaks, call Ashley Air.
Welcome back, Will. Marion takes the opening kickoff 95 yards after the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. They go there in 11 plays, lead at 7-0. Cameron Anderson on third and goal from the 6. Handoff straight up the middle and scored with 7:48 left to play here in the first quarter. That drive took 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Still a little surprised. I was expecting a pass. I think Russell might have been expecting a pass too there on third down. But they put it in the hands of their best player on offense. And he got the touchdown for the Patriots. Marion going to kick it off. It's going to be more of a squib-type kick, scooped up at the 11-yard line by Damon Donahoe. He's across the 25 and going to be tackled and stopped right around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good return by Damon. No win tonight.
Come on. You're incorrect.
Oh, is there a win?
Yes.
No, I said on the field.
Well, trust me, I'm close enough to the field. There's wind. You're inside. I'm outside. I don't care what the flag says. There's wind down here. I thought you were being funny at first. Russell trails at 7-0. They're going to have the ball at their own 30-yard line. High snap. Graham, a little underhanded pitch to the running back, and he'll stumble forward to about the 33. Russell wearing white jerseys, red numbers, black pants. I couldn't tell. I think that was Damon Donahoe who got the carry and getting the start tonight. He did not play last week. Well, he played about a handful of plays. Russell just ran on a receiver late. They're going to throw, and it's going to be complete. It's going to be stopped before. You can't do that. You can't run a receiver on after you're lined up. Russell's going to be penalized there. I don't know if that was designed that way or if Russell only had 10 men on the field and it was messed up. Elijah Clark ran on the wide receiver, and Russell snapped immediately, threw it to him. I think you have to be on the field when you line up, and Russell was already lined up. So it'll be a penalty against Russellville. I was going to say, finish that thought. I think Donahoe played like about 5 plays. Tracy Daniels did not play any. Both of them were hampered by an ankle injury.
Is it that big of a penalty?
Yeah, I thought it was a 10-yarder, but 15-yarder sounds about right.
Wow.
They're going to put it down at the 18-yard line because it's considered unsportsmanlike conduct. So Russell looking at 2nd down and 22. They ran a player on late. Again, I don't know if that was designed that way. If it is, you have to be on the field, and Elijah was definitely out of bounds, so they might have just had 10 players on and not realized it. If that's the truth, we might have should have called a timeout there. 2nd down and 22 for Russell, trailing 7-0. And here's Graham going to roll to his left, throwing across the middle. It's going to be intercepted by Marion at the 32. Trying to angle that left side. He's across the 20 and tripped up there out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Well, they intercepted at the 32. They return it to the 18-yard line, and Marion's got the first break of the game with a turnover by Russellville, and they're going to take over at the Cyclone 18.
Yeah, we're going to have to really dig in here and try to create our own turnover. We need a fumble or an interception right here.
Yeah, Russellville giving up the ball here, and Marion's going to start this drive in the red zone with 6:53 left to play first quarter, trailing 7-0. Man in motion for the Patriots. They're going to give it to Anderson. No, the quarterback Gerard's going to keep it. Lowers his head, gets inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
He's stopped there by Hips and Hallmark.
Gerard doesn't carry the ball very much. Just 33 carries on the season for 26 yards. And realize that quarterback sacks come off of quarterback rushing totals, so that's part of the reason why that. But he does have 1 touchdown rushing this year. And in motion is Zion Birdside, and he'll come back behind the quarterback. Give us to Anderson trying left side. He plows forward inside the 10 and may be close enough for a first down. We'll have to wait and see the spot. They may be marking him about a yard short.
That's what I like what Russellville was doing. They had 2 people making the tackle, then the third person was up there trying to get the ball out.
Well, they give him the 9-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. The Patriots leading 7-0. They have the ball at the Cyclone 9-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Cameron Anderson, the running back, right behind Gerard, the quarterback. Again, same formation. This may be the exact same play, and it is going to be. And Russellville can't wrap him up at the 10-yard line. Because of that, he ends up getting the first down. He's tough to bring down. Low center of gravity, and he picks up a yard. That's exactly what they need. It'll bring up first down and goal for the Patriots at the Cyclone 8.
Yeah, they say Anderson's 5'10", 180. I think he's a little bigger than 180 pounds.
There isn't much fat on him. A lot of muscle there and breaking tackles. He's broke a lot of arm tackles so far. They're going to give it to him on the stretch play. He'll put his foot in the ground and cut it up, and he'll get to the 5-yard line on 1st and goal. Well, it's easy to say, as we said in our Cyclone radar. The offense goes through him, and we still have 5 minutes, 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He's already got 11 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown. Now pistol formation as Anderson's right behind Gerard, the quarterback. Taking their time, 18 seconds on the play clock. They'll get the snap off. Gets it to Anderson. He'll run into a pile and be stopped there. They'll give him just outside the 3-yard line, so pick up about 1.5. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Last time they had 3rd and goal from the 6. They gave it to Anderson straight up the middle. See what they do here. They do put the nose of the football at the 3-yard line. Cyclone fans coming alive. They need something to cheer about here. We need to stop. Same formation. They're going to give it to Anderson straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle, and is he in? No signal yet. Patriots are saying touchdown. They still haven't. They run in, and now they signal touchdown. Very late signal. Very late signal on that. The officials ran all the way into the pile. Say it's a touchdown and 13-0. This is exactly the way you'd want to start the game if you're a Patriot fan, but not if you're a Cyclone fan. They go 95 yards, I guess officially 80 yards on their very first drive, but really 95 because of the penalty, score a touchdown. And then an interception gives them the ball at the 18-yard line. And now they're trying the extra point here. We have a flag down by the man in the white hat. We'll say false start against the Patriots. And that I think Wheeler has the option if he wants to assess it on the kickoff, but they didn't go ask him, so maybe he doesn't. He's asking and trying to get the side judge's attention to see, hey, is that not a, can we not? And maybe not, so they didn't go check with him. I thought you could assess that on the kickoff, so they back him up. So instead of putting the ball down at the 10, they'll put it down at the 15. Here with 4:19 left. Puri's kick is a wobbly one, and it's missed it left. So missed the extra point, but the Patriots do get 6, and they lead at 13-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Werewolf fans, this is Caleb Fields from A-State Men's Basketball, inviting you to join us at 7:30 p.m. Monday, November 15th, when we host Central Baptist College in First National Bank Arena.
Lobs it in, and O'Meara gets the steal. Norshad to Fields. Fields dunks it right over the 6'8" Terrence Banyard, and we get a whistle and a foul.
To reserve your seat, visit astateredwolves.com/tickets or call 870-972-2781. See you there. Wolves up.
Well, the Patriots go 18 yards in 6 plays. They score a touchdown, missed the extra point. Cameron Anderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. It took 2 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. They turned Russell's turnover into points. And Russellville, you know, you never say you got to have a score here, but Russellville can't, go 3 and out, can't turn the ball over down 13-0 early. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the goal line. They're going to let him return it. That's Ty Hips across the 15. Now he'll turn to his right and gets across the 20 and tripped up there just shy of the 25-yard line.
That's a good return by Hips.
Well, he got north. I mean, the main thing is when you're out there, you want to make sure you get past the 20. He did, and then when he got to the 20, he made some extra yards. Officially 24-yard return. If that ball carries to past the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. And he was right there on it. Okay, Russell turned the ball over on their first possession. Here comes the second possession. Gavin Graham, quarterback. The backfield is Tracy Daniels. He'll get the call, and not much there as he ran off the right side. Tracy Daniels did not play last week because being hampered by an ankle injury. He and Damon Donahoe both, Coach Wheeler said, both of them probably just could have rested, but Damon was a little bit further along, so they gave him about 5 plays against Salem just to see if he could cut on it. But he said they'd both be ready to go. They both participated in practices this week. No gain there for Tracy. Russell's looking at 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to each side. Graham going to give it to Tracy Daniels on the sweep, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, they were running to the short side of the field, and it just wasn't there. Good pursuit by Berrien.
3rd down and 12. It's a loss of 2 on the play. Ball shy of the 24-yard line. Russellville, their first drive, turned the ball over. Now this one in danger of a 3 and out unless they can pick up this first down here. Graham rolling to his left, throwing against his body towards the middle, and it's incomplete. Tried to go to Stokes. Stokes stuck a hand out. The ball was too far out of his reach. I think he did actually get a hand on it, but really no chance of pulling that down, and Russell's going to have to punt the football away.
Well, Stokes drew a crowd. There were 3 defenders there.
And now Ben Hallmark on to punt it for Russellville. He's averaging 40 yards a punt on the season. He's backed up back at his own 10-yard line. Marion coming back with 2 return men, and both around their own 45. Ben gets this one. It's a beauty. It's going to chase him back. They're going to let it go. It's going to let it go. It's going to hit at the 25 and take a big cyclone roll. And it's going to be down at the 12-yard line. Okay, get this. On purpose, I didn't say this because we're too far out. There's no way we can do this. But Ben Hallmark, I was looking at the stat, 13 punts inside the 20, and I thought maybe that'll come later in the game. Well, it just came right then. A 64-yard punt. 64 yards.
It was beautiful. I mean, it was a great punt.
And that's not his first punt of more than 60 yards this season.
You know, Marion had 2 people back there, and both of them let it. It's like they just don't let it go.
Yeah,
over their head.
didn't even take a step back.
No.
I mean, you've heard that old adage: put your heels on the 10 and don't take a step back. They had their heels on the 45 and didn't take a step back. All right, Russellville can use the field position here defensively. Man in motion. Again, that's Zion Burnside, but they're going to give it to Anderson. Running left side. He cuts it back up, and he's got a big hole here. He's across the 25. He's got some running room. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. Russellville giving chase, angling. Are they going to catch him? They do. Bring him down right around the 19-yard line. Well, you talk about somebody flipping the field. Anderson just did, and Russellville's defense is reeling there. That's a 68-yard gain on 1st and 10, flips the field, and gives the Patriots the ball at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, he left a couple of defenders just standing there. Great cut. Foster's the one who chased him down and got him out of bounds.
Ball on the left, hash mark. Yeah, it was a stretch play to the right, put his foot in the ground, cut back towards the left. And 68 yards on the carry following the 64-yard punt by Russellville. Now empty backfield for the first time. Ben Girard going to bring a man in motion. This is Zion Burnside. A little forward-hand pitch to him. It's a pass. It's complete inside the 19-yard line. He's going to be taken out with a big hit around the 10-yard line.
Got a flag.
We had a flag in the backfield, and then another one came in later. If these flags are about the same thing, they were thrown about 2 to 3 seconds from each other, so I don't know if it's the same thing. They're going to have a hold call on the Patriots. We'll see what the other flag is, or if it's the same thing. Is going to be holding against the Patriots, and it happened at the 21. So they're going to be moved back a little more than 10 yards. So that negates any of the run by Zion Burnside on the pass play.
Russellville gets a break there. We just need to step up here and take advantage of that.
Empty backfield once again. See if Burnside gets it. They bring in a man in motion. This isn't Burnside. Fake to him. Girard rolling out. He's going to throw across the middle, and it's incomplete. He had Burnside open in the middle of the field. Not a big window, but big enough, and just missed him. Number 2 there, Burnside, and he was running across the middle there. A little drag route, and got just behind the linebackers, but like I said, they couldn't really drop it in behind the linebackers. Burnside, he's their second leading receiver. Their leading is number 11, Donnie Cheers, who has yet to touch the football since the first drive when he got that big 60-yard gain. He's a lone receiver to the right side. 2 receivers to the left. Burnside in motion. They're going to turn. They're going to give it to the backup running back who's inside the 30 and stacked up there inside the 25-yard line. This is Brian Weatherspoon. Check that was Jalen Smith, number 26.
Latrell Thomas again in on there. Russellville's getting some good tackles. They're gain tackling, but they're gaining too much yards before we even make contact with them.
Well, the penalty helped, and it pushed them back a little bit, but they had just an incomplete pass and a run there of 8 yards, so it's 3rd down and 14. Empty backfield. Again, Girard, the quarterback, 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. He's looking right, nothing there. They've set up a middle screen. It's complete. Russellville has hit Burnside in the backfield, and if they can wrap him up, and they do, it's for a big loss. They hit him back at the 30. He spun away from it, and they took him down at the 32. They're going to give him forward progress to the 30, and Coach Wheeler is not happy about that because he broke that tackle. He broke the tackle at the 30 and ran backwards, and he's saying, and rightfully so, the ball should be placed back at the 32. And he's right. If it's there, then you should have blown it dead. Well, this is too far for their field goal kicker. This would be a 47-yard into the wind. And so too far for that. Probably too close to punt with the ball at the 30-yard line. Marion moving into the win, leading 13-0. They're going to go for it on 4th and 21. Have the ball at the Cyclone 30-yard line. Gerard back to pass. Plenty of time. He's going to heave it for the end zone, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of the receiver. It hit the receiver, Cheers, right in the gut. Marion fans were upset. They won a flag. I tell you what, it's actually could have been offensive pass interference by Cheers. He had a hold of Micaiah Foster and threw him down. And maybe that was why the official just said, we're just going to let that go. But Russell, very fortunate, because with no flag thrown, the only reason that they stopped that was that, I mean, it was just a drop ball by Cheers. Hit him right in the stomach. So Russell's defense stops him on 4th down. Russell will take over at the 30-yard line. Cyclones, after giving up a big play here on defense, get the stop, and Rossville on 1st and 10 will run it. Not much there for Damon Donahoe, a pickup of 1. I'll give him the 31-yard line. Not much offense for Rossville. They have 2 total yards. Just can't really get going. They trail 13-0. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. Graham, the quarterback, with Donahoe to his left. They have 2 receivers stacked to both sides. And Graham going to look right side. Little bubble screen there, complete and pushed out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 11 seconds left. I couldn't tell if that was Stokes there with the catch, I think.
I'm trying to see.
No, Caden Rose is what
Rose.
they say. And so they give him down at the 38-yard line, 34. There's a flag back at the 34. We'll have to wait and see what the call is here. Sorry, I can't see on that far side. And
Well,
I thought it was Stokes that caught the ball, but he was out there blocking. And
They're still talking
yeah,
about
they're still
it.
talking about it. Nobody's signaled anything yet.
Pass interference.
Okay, it's against Russville, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Pass interference against the Cyclones. Okay.
You know, up the middle, Marion's got 6 people close to that line of scrimmage, and I was getting ready to say we're going to have to get to the outside to gain some yardage. We keep trying to run up the middle, and it's just not there.
So Russville looking at 2nd down and 19. Ball at the 16-yard line. They put it down at the 16, so it's a 15-yard penalty, my bad. So 2nd and 24. Graham will look left, and the pocket's going to collapse on him, and he's not going to get out of trouble. He's sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the blitz came.
And now that's the end of the first quarter. They blow something dead. I don't know what's going on, if there's some extracurricular stuff going on. I don't see a flag, but we're going to wait and see. I don't see a flag anywhere. Now they're going to say that's the end of the quarter. Okay, Russell's facing a big 3rd down, long 3rd down when we start the second quarter. After 1 quarter of play, the Cyclones trail at 13-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
At Fleet Tire Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings because you, the customer, are always the top priority. If you need new tires to get ready for winter, the tire and automotive experts at Fleet Tire Point S have more than 30 years of experience. And Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget. Come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference on Arkansas Avenue, your local tire and auto service center. No stress with Point S.
Russell would like to forget that quarter. They trail 13-0. The Cyclones -9 yards of offense and a turnover. Marion 182 yards of offense, and that's why they're up 13-0 as we start this quarter. Not much better right now. Russell with the ball thrown 5. and it's 3rd and 35. They need their own 40-yard line for a first down. Russell, 4 wide receivers out, 2 on each side, and they're both going to be stacked in single file line. Stokes and Rose to this side, and Clark is behind Alec Bowles on the far left side. Ball's on the right hash mark, and between quarters, and Coach Wheeler is getting an explanation of something. He's not really happy about something and getting an explanation from the white hat about it. And now he's turning to his offensive coordinator, Tyler Clark, and they're talking about something over here. Not exactly sure what. The white hat's still over there, and they got an explanation or clarification. I don't know what was going on with that, but now the white hat is going over and talking to the Patriots head coach, Lance Clark. He's in his first year. He was a defensive coordinator at Little Rock Christian. Marion, remember, even with a losing record, they went to the state semifinals last year. They're 4-6 on the season, but don't let that record fool you. They had to vacate 2 wins, and so they could easily be 6-4 on the season. They had to vacate a win against West Memphis that would have factored in their conference. I still think they would have been a 4 seed, but don't think of them as a under 500 team. But last year, under 500, they went to the state semis, and I think it was the Benton Panthers that knocked them out. Benton gets the winner of this game. 3rd and 35 as we look like we're going back to action here. Standing at his own goal line is Gavin Graham. He's going to turn and hand the football off to Tracy Daniels. Breaks a couple tackles, but not enough as he'll get to the 15-yard line. I think that play is just to get some room for Ben Hallmark.
You think
10-yard pickup.
You think Marion will move back their receivers a little bit on this kickoff? On this punt?
Yeah, not sure. With the 10-yard pickup, Tracy Daniels has 8 yards on 3 carries, but Russell officially out of the negative. They have 1 yard of offense now, and it is going to be Hallmark to punt it away. Had a 64-yarder his first time, flipped the field. He gets this one away into the wind. It's not going to be a 64-yarder, but it's pretty good. It's going to be caught and dropped, and Russellville, I think, has fell on the ball at the 48-yard line. The Cyclones right there, and they cover it, and it's Ty Hips covering it. Ty Hips picks up the first Russellville turnover. And the Cyclones, a break here. Russ will see if they can turn the turnover of Marion into points like Marion did of Russellville. And Gavin Graham's going to keep it on the read option. He'll weave his way, still on his feet, but not much there, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and a little stop-and-go action just to get back to the line of scrimmage there by Gavin Graham. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Marion is very tough up the middle, and they've shown that tonight so far. Again, I said they've got 6 men up close to that line of scrimmage. It's hard to run against them.
That punt was 37 yards. A pretty good punt into a stiff breeze. And they fumbled it. Hips fell on it for Russellville. Russellville looking at 2nd and 10 in a pistol formation. Graham looked. He's going to roll to his left. Throwing. It's going to be incomplete. He had Hallmark there, but the ball was about 2 yards short of Hallmark. Had Hallmark in the area. Had a backup player there behind that, but they were going to bend there, and after the turnover, Russell's got to make something happen here because they're looking at 3rd down and 10. Trailing 13-0 here in the first minute of the second quarter on a very cold and clear night here at Marion, Arkansas. About 10 miles, or a little bit less than that, just north of West Memphis. Marion Patriots, a 4 seed out of the 6A East. Russellville, a 5 seed out of the 6A West. 3rd and 10 for the Cyclones. Graham back to pass, throwing near side and incomplete. The receiver for Russellville fell down. Was trying to go to Caden Rose over there. It'll bring up 4th down and 10. And decision time for Coach Wheeler. You're down 13-0. See if he wants to pin Marion deep, and looks like that's what he's going to do.
Well, Marion blitzed one time against Russellville in that series, and they don't try to hide that blitz. You can see it coming.
Marion, 2 players back, 15-yard line. Hallmark gets it away. This one's going to be short. It's going to hit at the 25 and bounce sideways, and this one rolls out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Ben didn't want to boom it, but he had the wind against him, and I'm sure that probably caught it too. And they're going to say it's down at the 24, so it's a 24-yard punt for Ben Hallmark. And Russellville, after the turnover by Marion on the fumbled punt, they go 3 and out. Russellville really struggling on offense. They have 1 yard total for this first half. They have not completed a pass yet. 7 carries for a yard, 4 pass attempts, 1 pick. I hate saying it like this, but you're only down 13-0. If you can get something good happen, how about another turnover? See if Marion goes back to the ground with Anderson back there, who took a little breather after the big run. He does get the carry. He gets up over the 30 to the 31-yard line. He had that big 68-yard carry and then came out, probably to get a breather. They did not put him back in, and their drive stalled because of it. Anderson with 7 yards on that pickup. He's already got 122 yards. And we're early going second quarter. Anderson going to get the call here, running right side, and he takes on a would-be tackler, brings him down shy of the 40, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's Eli Stratton who brought him down.
Ball on the 39-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards, another first down for the Patriots. That's their 6th first down of this first half. Russell still looking for their first. 10 minutes, 3 seconds left to play here in the first half. Russell trailing by 13. Man in motion, that's Burnside. They'll fake to both of them, and Gerard back to pass. He's going to be hit in the backfield, but he gets away from it. Now rolling to his left, being chased. He's going to be hit once again and taken down by Hogue. I think Gabe had the initial hit, got up off the ground, and ended up getting the sack.
Yeah, good hustle by Gabe. He just didn't give up.
Well, he made the hit, didn't bring him down. Closing off his route to get away with Shane Booker, turned him back toward Hogue, and it's a loss of 12 on the play, second down and 22. 2 receivers to each side, and Anderson, the running back, right behind Gerard. He's going to get the carry along the right side, and he'll be taken down shy of the 30. And here's something that, look, I could talk about because it's not our coach. I never understand that. You got a guy back there who's rushed for 122 yards. The easiest thing in the world to do is turn and hand the football off. And they got a little cute. I mean, they pick up 7 yards, 8 yards. They got a little cute with the double, fake there, roll out, and ends up in a sack, puts you in a hole. I mean, the running game for them was working, and Russell's fine with it. We can't shut down the run right now. Let's go ahead and throw it. Now they're looking at 3rd and 19. Russell trailing 13-0. Gerard slapping his hands, a little delay on the snap, looking far right side, throwing. It's complete at the 40-yard line, breaking a tackle, and he's got the first down. Russell looked like he had it closed down, ended up pushing out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down and into Cyclone territory.
Well, again, a missed tackle by Russellville and big gain by Marion.
He's down to the 46-yard line. I believe that was to Donnie Cheers over on that far side. That's his second catch for a total of 84 yards, and Coach Wheeler wants a timeout. He's upset about that play. Russellville thought they had it closed down. The pass was complete at the 40, and that was about 8 yards shy of the first down. They end up getting a first down, and Coach Wheeler calling a timeout. We'll take a quick break. Russellville trails 13-0 here with 8:38 left to play in the first half. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
For 46 years, we've guaranteed you're going to get the best deal and the best value at Phil Wright Autoplex. Come pick out your Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Toyota. Come see why we're selling more cars than ever before. Phil Wright Autoplex, exit 84, just off 540, Russellville. Or shop us online at philwright.com.
With so many uncertainties today, one thing's not. 45 years of providing dependable new or pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley.
Come see us at Phil Wright Toyota at the Phil Wright Autoplex in Russellville.
Exit 84 off 540, or visit us online at philwright.com.
Winner of this game gets to go to Benton, the number 1 team out of the 6A West. Benton has a bye this week. They earned that before Week 10. Cyclones taking a timeout there. Talk about it defensively as Marion picking up a 3rd down and 19. They put the ball at the Cyclone 46-yard line after the 24-yard pass. Lead the Cyclones 13-0. Ben Gerard, the quarterback, back there with Cameron Anderson, man in motion. This is Keamy. He runs behind Gerard. They're going to give it to Anderson. Stutter steps his way back to the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard. Russell closed the hole pretty quickly there. Ty Hips They're cleaning it up after Velasquez. Good to see him back in the game. Remember, he'd been injured, but did come up under his own power. He made the initial hit. Pickup of 1 on the play. Anderson, 134 yards on 18 carries. He's had a busy first half. 2nd down and 9 for the Patriots. Gerard looking left. Got plenty of time. Throwing, it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by Shane Bucher. And a very late flag that just came in. It just now came in. A very late flag there.
My goodness.
That's the latest flags I've seen. And Bucher was in there on the coverage. Extremely late flag. They put it down. They threw it down and they moved it to the 34-yard line. And Wheeler is beside himself talking to the side judge. The back judge is the one that threw it. And the ball wasn't in the air. The ball was not in the air. And they are going to get Russell there for pass interference. My goodness.
Makes you think the official was asleep and he decided to wake up and watch a game. Because that was late. That's the latest flag I think I've ever seen.
If you say he was thinking it over, I believe you, because the flag was not out of his pocket when the play was completely over. 15-yard penalty on that. And so that gives them a first down. What could have been a 3rd down and 9 is a 1st and 10 as they have the ball at the Cyclone 30-yard line. Russell trailing by 13. Gerard, a miscommunication there, and he's going to be hit back at the 38-yard line and taken down. He turned right. The running back ran left. I think they were supposed to do some sort of play action, maybe read play, and it just blew up in the face of Gerard, and he's the one that paid for it. They'll give him forward progress to the 37 where the initial hit happened. But Benjamin Gerard is got to be saying, okay, who was on the wrong page, me or Anderson? 7-yard loss. It's 2nd down and 17. 2 receivers to each side on 2nd and long. Back to pass here. Little short drop. Throwing far right side, incomplete.
There wasn't anybody over there.
No, the closest player was Eli Stratton on that far side, and I think he was expecting Weeks to come back. Weeks was running a fly pattern. They bring up 3rd down and 17. Ball at the 37-yard line. This following the big pass interference penalty, a lot of Cyclone fans are still upset about. So we're sitting outside amongst them. They're still talking about it. They gave Marion a 1st down on what looked to be was going to be a 3rd down and 9. Russell's defense has responded with a sack and now incomplete pass. Let's see if they can close it out here on 3rd and 17. They picked up a 3rd and 19 earlier on this drive. Marion leading 13-0. Here's Gerard. He's gonna go for it all. He's got a man in the end zone. It's going to be a complete touchdown. Weeks got behind 2 defenders back there and just ran toward the middle of the field. Got the touchdown. On that drive, they convert a 3rd down and 19, and then right there for the touchdown, convert a 3rd down and 17.
Well, one of the things we said in pregame, we could not let anybody get behind us, and as you said, we had 2 defenders there, and the receiver just got in behind both of them. Scored a touchdown.
Makes it 19-0. Their kickers made 1 of 2, make it 2 of 3, make it 20-0 with 7:13 left to play here in the first half. Russell trailing 20-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Shane here from Off-Road Tire. The thing that makes Off-Road Tire so special is their care for doing the job right. With a name like Off-Road Tire, of course they're an authority in lift kits and aftermarket mods for your truck, but it just so happens that they are specialists in all kinds of vehicles. They can take care of your minivan right next to the 4-wheel drives with quality, consistent results. Go see my friends at Off-Road Tire just 0.2 of a mile past UEC Theaters in Russellville. Off-Road Tire.
Well, Marion goes 76 yards in 9 plays, 2 3rd down and long pickups, 1 3rd and 19, 1 3rd and 17. 3rd and 17 one was Gerard hitting Donnie Cheers for a 37-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was good. Drive took 3 minutes and 40 seconds. With 7:13 left to play in the first half, Russell trails 20-0, and this has just been an awful first half for Russellville, and just not the way they wanted to go. 1 total yard on offense. Both teams have traded turnovers. Russell needs something good to happen here, and Damon Donahoe will let the kickoff sail over his head, and Russell will have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Well, you can always say, we got to do this, we need to score on this drive. And I've said it earlier when it was 13-0, but now it's really important. Russell would like to score some points here. Remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half. 7:13 left, so we're still a ways away from having to go into kind of 2-minute drill. Switch the ball out through the other one off the field. That's what the delay here is, and Russell will have the ball thrown 20-yard line starting this drive. Russell still looking for their first down of the game. Donahoe to the left of Gavin Graham, and this play is whistled dead. It's going to be a false start against the Cyclones. Russell's been their own worst enemy so far on penalties. 4 penalties for 50 yards. And that one goes for 5 and pushes them back to the 15.
The fans are probably asking, did the back judge call that one?
Yeah, that pass interference was pretty bad. Well, I should say bad. It was really late. Let's put it that way. It's just really, really late. Here on 1st and 15, Donahoe gets some of the yards back. He picks up 3 to the 18-yard line. I'll be honest, I don't know if it's a good play or not because the throw was so bad. It was well away from the receiver. So I don't know if it was a good call or not. I was watching the ball. Now, there is no uncatchable rule in high school football. If there was, that would have been uncatchable. On second down, here's Tracy Daniels breaking through the line. He gets across the 25 near the 30-yard line. He'll be close to a Russellville first down. Not a first down yet. Russell still looking for their first one. Trailing 20-0 here, but that's a good hard run by Tracy. Pickup of 11 yards. On 3rd down and 1, Daniels going to be tripped up in the backfield. And he really didn't have a big chance on that one. He's tripped up back at the 27, so a loss of 2 on the play. And, you know, Wheeler, not a whole lot you can do. You want to gamble a little bit, but heck, you're on your own end. You're down 20-0. He's thinking about it. They're looking at him. Coach Clark is looking at Wheeler, and he's looking at the side judge. He may just be running down the clock here. The play clock, they've had issues with it, and it's actually shut off right now. There's 5 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in the first half, and the play clock is turned off. And so I think they're talking about that, saying how much time's left. I think they're going to call timeout and at least think about it. And now they use a timeout here with 5:38. Is this a Russell timeout or is it official timeout? It is a timeout on the Cyclones. I didn't know if maybe it was an official timeout to talk about the clock. Russell using their second timeout, and we'll see what they do here. We're going to keep it right here. We're going to give you some scores coming up at the half. Of course, first week of the playoffs, but the first game of the playoffs was actually last night as Little Rock Parkview really put it on Searcy. It was 42-0 at the half, and Parkview coasted to a 52-6 victory. They play that game on Thursday at War Memorial, and I don't know why. I can't find anybody tell me why they played it on Thursday, because somebody said, well, they're sharing the field, but I don't think Little Rock Catholic was playing a home game tonight. Of course, the Razorbacks are on the road on Saturday, so I'm not sure why that game was played on Thursday, but nonetheless, Little Rock Parkview winners 52-6 against Searcy, and you can hear the wind picking up through that. I'm still going back to when you said there was no wind, and wind picked up by our microphones out here, and it is in the face of the Cyclones, and where as they break the huddle after the timeout, Ben Hallmark is going to be back there, so it does look like Russellville is going to punt it away. You think he was thinking about it, or you think he just wanted to run time off the clock and give his defense a little bit of rest?
I think give the defense some rest. You sure that wind's not your imagination?
No. It's blowing into the face and a little bit angled in the face of Russellville. And we have a flag flies, and Russell can get this one away. It just hangs up there. It's a good kick, but it's caught by the wind. It's going to hit at the 40 and take a Russellville bounce inside the 40, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 32-yard line. We'll have to check the flag. Flag was thrown right when they snapped it, which usually means illegal formation. And the white hat didn't realize the flag was thrown. The side judge had to tell him, hey, I got a flag over here. And it is going to be against Russellville, and they're going to ask him, do you want to kick it over or what? Okay, they're going to decline it. So the Patriots are going to get the ball. They put it down at their own 32-yard line, a 41-yard kick. And I'll tell you what, Ben hitting his average, kicking it into the wind as he's averaging coming into this game, 40 yards a kick. That's going to go up after that 64-yarder he had earlier. If you're Marion, you're not worried about making him kick it again. You just want the ball back in the hands of your offense. They lead the Cyclones 20-0 here in the first half. They have 243 total yards, 129 of that on the ground. Should be more than that, but they've had some sacks that come off of that. Their leading rusher is Anderson. He's got over 130 yards, and we'll see if he gets the call here. They're going to throw a backwards pass to Burnside. He fumbles it around, and he has to fall on it. It was a backwards pass, so that's a live ball, and he falls on it back at the 16-yard line. I'm sorry, the 26-yard line. And again, I really don't understand why they're doing that. There's no point in getting cute right now when you've got a guy that's rushed for 133 yards. 6-yard loss on that one. This team scored 50 last week against Jonesboro, the number 1 team out of the 6A East. Won the game 50-43. They're looking at 2nd down and 16. Gerard brings a man in motion. This is Burnside. And back to pass after play action. He's going to air it out for Weeks, and it's a jump ball out there, and it's going to be incomplete. Should have said jump ball. They're both running foot race step for step, and Stratton was right with Weeks. It falls incomplete, and they'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Stratton had good coverage. He stayed with his man, but he was he was closest to the ball the way the ball was traveling, but just good defense on that play.
Cheers is the one that got behind Russellville for the last touchdown. He had a big 60-yard reception on their first drive. He's got 3 catches for 121 yards, and they tried to go to him there, but could not get behind the Cyclones that time. As we said, good defense there by Stratton. It brings up 3rd down and 16 for Marion at their own 16-yard line. Okay. 3rd and 16 at the 26. How about I get it right there? Burnside in motion, fake to him. Gerard, he's going to have to flush out of the pocket. He's being chased by Ty Hips, thrown across the middle, complete to Weeks. He's got the 1st down. Little spin move at the 45. He'll pick up a couple extra, and that was a fancy little footwork by Gerard and by Weeks to pick up the 1st down for Marion.
Weeks was wide open. There wasn't a defender within 3 to 4 yards of him.
That's the third and long they've converted, as that one was 3rd and 16. They've converted 3rd and 19, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 16, and this one on 1st and 10, they give it to Anderson, and he'll lean forward and just barely get into Cyclone territory. They may mark his forward progress down at the 50, which means a pickup of 1 on the play. Russellville trailing 20-0. The Patriots have the football with 4 minutes left to play here in the first half, and it is just a 1-yard pickup. Cameron Anderson rushed 33 times last week. He's got 19 carries in this first half for 135 yards and a couple of touchdowns. That's a game right there, and he's almost through the first half. Russellville, though, shut him down there for just a pickup of 1. Gerard will hand it off to Anderson again, and again, same result. Pickup of about 1 as he does officially get into Cyclone territory for a pickup of 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for Marion. How about this? They've had 3rd and long, so how about just a traditional 3rd and 8? Maybe that's the recipe to stopping them.
Number 61, Traylor, made the stop. Yeah. Very good tackle.
3rd down and 8 for Marion. Gerard with Anderson to his left, dropping back, looking left. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Now let's wait. Let's wait. All right, there we go. It is incomplete. Their receiver actually fell down on the play, and they're going to. So the throw was nowhere near anybody as they were going out to Caleb Catt, who does not even have a target, and so it'll bring up 4th down. And Russell's defense is held. So they'll be kicking it away, putting it away at their own 49-yard. I'm sorry, at our 49-yard line. Russellville has 2 players back deep. Damon Donahoe is over on the far side, just inside the 15. Elijah Clark is on our near side, and he's got his heels on the 10. Well, Russell came close to blocking that one, but the punter does get it away. Donahoe, a fair catch called for right around the 15-yard line.
We did get close to blocking that one.
Yeah, the kicker there, he angled it towards the right side, Pierre, and he almost like he took an extra step. And you got to be careful because Russellville's very good. They've been very good at blocking extra points and field goals, and they've come close the last few weeks on blocking some punts, and they're pretty good special teams-wise. That kick is a 35-yarder that does pin Russellville inside the 20 at their own 14-yard line. Cyclones could do something with it here. 2:48 left. They do have a timeout. Usually in this situation, I'm usually wrong, but usually in this situation, you make a first down and then you go to your 2-minute offense. We'll see what Russell wants to do here. They're going to give it to Tracy Daniels, trying left side, and he fumbles the football, and it looks like Marion has it at the Cyclone 15-yard line.
Again, trying to go up the middle there, and it's just not there tonight.
That's good enough for another Marion.
Yeah, they get the fumble recovery at the Cyclone 16, and so it's the second turnover for the Cyclones, and both have set up Marion deep in Russellville territory. 2:43 left. Defense got to feel good. 5 seconds to turn around. Now they're having to stop, and they have been called on a lot here in this first half. And they've really been put in some bad positions. However, they've also been some big plays by Marion. Russell trailing 20-0 here with 2:43 left to play in the first half, and now looks like Cyclones are going to use their final timeout just to kind of reset. And, I mean, your defense comes off the field and they have to go right back out on the field before they've made too many adjustments, so that's probably what Coach Wheeler's thinking. We're going to take a quick break. With 2:43 left to play first half, Russellville trails 20-0. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Mr. Brake and Lube, your local Pennzoil 10-minute oil change superstop at 1415 East Main Street, has the best brand name oils like Mobil 1, Castrol, Motorcraft, Rotella, and Quaker State without breaking the bank. Plus specials to save even more. Come by 1415 East Main Street when you need an oil change or repair work from your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on. Mr. Brake and Lube, and follow Mr. Brake and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
Well, it's almost halftime. 2:43 left to play in the first half, and Russellville can't get in there quick enough. They trail 20-0, and they've just turned the ball over for the second time to Marion, and Marion has the ball at the Cyclone 16. It rains, it pours, and that's what it's been doing in this first half. Russellville with 2 turnovers in the first half. They struggled on offense, just 15 total yards. They struggle giving up the big play, and they're just reeling a little bit, kind of on their heels, and just been stunned by this Marion team. Looking at the Patriots here, they have Anderson, the running back, behind Gerard, the quarterback. We'll see if they hand the ball off to him. They do, straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle at the 15, and he'll get near the 10-yard line. Good positive yards there for Anderson. Marion Thomas in on the stop for the Cyclones. Cameron Anderson, 21 carries, 130 yards. He had a loss on the play earlier. And here on second down, gets the carry again. He's got the first down. They're going to be first and goal here from the 5.
He's a very difficult man to stop. Just good blocking by that offensive line. You got to give them credit, but he's a very strong runner. I think he's a senior, isn't he? I believe he is.
First and goal from the 5-yard line for Marion. Tighter formation usually means running play. They are going to try Anderson. Gets in on the left side there for the touchdown, making it 26-0 here with 1:45 left to play here in the first half. Marion Patriots. It's been all Marion in this first half with the touchdown there, making it 26-0. On to try the extra point. The only thing they've done wrong is they missed an extra point on their second touchdown. Puri's kick, this one, strong enough and it's good. 27-0 our score. Patriots lead it with 1:44 left to play in the first half. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
In Russellville is dropping factory outlet pricing on your favorite name brand mattresses. Save up to 70% on Serta, Simmons, and other national brands. Same day deliveries available. See Marty for details. Better sleep, better price, better life. Get factory outlet pricing at Box Drop, your mattress and furniture factory outlet store at Funky Town Mall, 1610 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, and boxdroprussellville.com.
Welcome back. Well, it's been all Marion. They lead at 27-0 here. 1:44 left to play in the first half. We'll give you the scoring summary for the Patriots. They just went 16 yards in 3 plays following the fumble by Russellville. 59 seconds is all it took. Cameron Anderson scored from 5 yards out. His third touchdown run. Peoria added the extra point. 27-0. And Russellville has no timeouts left. They used one there on defense after the turnover. We'll see what the Cyclones want to do. Maybe if they get a good return here, they could try to score. Remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half. It would be big if they could back-to-back scores, but let's just take care of the first one. You're going to kick this one deep, and it's not going to be returnable with the wind at his back. It'll be a touchback, and Cyclones will take over at the 20-yard line. First round of the playoffs in the 6A, and 6A is going to look a lot different next year with probably adding PA and Little Rock Christian, and what a lot of people are upset at the decision being made with that. It's a whole other thing, but Russellville may be part of a 9-team conference, maybe in a 10-team conference next year. On 1st and 10, pass complete to Cameron Rose, and he's wrestled out of bounds, stops the clock, a pick up of 5 on the play. They tried to go to Cameron Rose earlier, completed a screen pass, ended up getting called back because of a hold on the edge there, but he picks up 5 yards there. Be 2nd down and 5. Clock stopped with 1:39 left to play in the first half. Russellville trailing 27-0 on the road here at Marion, Arkansas. And Russellville just moved. Same formation in that last one as 2 receivers to each side in that single file line by offensive coordinator Tyler Clark, who was Paris head coach last year. I think he was there for 2 years. He's a former Russellville Cyclone football player. He's the OC under Coach Wheeler and Wheeler's first year here. Wheeler serves as his own defensive coordinator. The 5-yard penalty will move Russellville back, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Damon Donahoe in at running back. He's to the right of Gavin Graham, and he'll get the call here. No, Graham's going to pull it. He's got a lot of room here running on the right side, and he'll step out of bounds around the 28-yard line. Good read option there. Graham pulled it, made the right read, and picks up 8 yards for the Cyclones. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2, and now after the clock stopped with 1:27, the official on the far sideline blew his whistle and came running in. And we've been without the play clock. It's been shut off since near the end of the first quarter. And I don't know what's going on here, if this is a timeout by Marion or what. Russellville ran over to their sideline like it was a timeout. The wind really picking up here and blowing into the face of Russellville and across the field. So as we're sitting on the visitor side, into our faces too. And so that crosswind. Russellville with no timeouts left. And I don't know what the stoppage was for because we're back to action now. 3rd down and 2 for Russellville. Be a good time to pick up their first down here. 3rd down and 2 from their own 28-yard line. Now we're clear to play. I have no idea what the delay was there. Donahoe to the right of Graham, and now people on both sides jumped, and they're going to call offsides, I believe, against Marion. Are they?
They've got to.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Russellville just picked up their first down of the game. The defensive back over here for Marion was clapping his hands, but I tell you, we had a guy move, but I thought that they had 2 defensive linemen that jumped first, and so Russellville, because of a penalty, pick up their first down here with 1:35 left in the first half. Cyclones looking at 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Donahoe gets the call straight up the middle. He'll cross the 35-yard line. Forward progress a little beyond that. Clock rolling with 1:28 left. Russellville not in a big hurry, but they are moving to the line of scrimmage there. They gave him the 37, so a pick up of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Russellville 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They got a bubble screen set up for Donahoe. He's running left side, trying to get to the edge, but he's going to be caught before he can get over there. This may go for no gain. It will go for no gain. Now they're going to give him a yard to the 38, so 3rd down and 5. Clock rolling, 48 seconds left. Russellville going to take their time here because if they don't pick up this, you don't want it to go to a 4th down where you have to punt the football away. because Marion's had some big plays here in the first half, and they're waiting to see how much time's on the play clock, which we don't have the benefit of seeing because the play clock's been shut off on both ends of the stadium. Now Russellville, they don't have any timeouts, so they're getting line of scrimmage with 23 seconds to go in the first half. Damon Donahoe going to get the carry. He's going to be taken down at the 27-yard line, and Marion will call timeout with 16 seconds left, so they want Russell to punt this football away. You know, I didn't think we'd be thinking about mercy rule in the first half no matter who was ahead, but Marion must be thinking that, thinking, you know, if they score here and get the 2-point conversion, they could start the mercy rule. Boy, I hate thinking about that. Did not think that was going to come into effect, definitely in the first half. But Marion leading 27-0, using a timeout here.
Well, that's a smart play by Marion to call timeout. We just, you got to want Ben to make a good punt here and move them back.
They ran off an extra second here. There's 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Marion will have 2 timeouts to work with. And we'll see. You know, who knows? They're going to put on the return. Maybe they're going to come after the punt, try to block it. We'll see what they got. Russell looking at 4th down and 6. The ball will be snapped from their own 37-yard line along the left hash. Had almost Midnight Madness last night at Cyclone Arena with all the basketball teams in action. We'll talk more about that as we progress halftime in the second half. Ben going to punt this one away. Gets the snap. They're coming after him. He does get it away. Not a good kick, but he just had to get it away. It's going to hit and roll out of bounds right around the Marion 40-yard line, in fact, right there. So just a 23-yard kick, but they were bringing the house, and he just needed to get rid of it. And like I said, the wind has really picked up. He was kicking it into that wind. 8 seconds left, so he did 2 things. He got the kick away, and he cut the time in half. And we'll see if Marion, if they want to take a knee, if they want to take a shot.
I think they'll probably take a shot.
Yeah, why not? They've had 3 big plays in this first half. They've converted on some 3rd and 6s and 3rd and 19s, and just about almost everything they've done offensively has worked tonight. They're going to have wide receiver to each side. Russell playing deep. They got 4 guys back. The pattern. They're expecting a Hail Mary, but they're just going to turn and hand it off to Anderson. He's across the 45 at midfield. You got to tackle him. They trip him up right around the Cyclone 45-yard line. And let's see. Did they stop the clock? They were trying to get a timeout in time. No, they didn't get it called in time. They're still talking about on that far side. So, yeah, we have come to the end of the first half. Well, it's been all Marion. They lead at 27-0. We're going to come back with your halftime show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Holton Lee and the folks at Strikers Bowling Alley Russellville have some great weekend specials they want to remind you about. Friday night, all you can bowl for $17.75 per person from 4 until 9 at Strikers, and Saturdays from 1 to 5, enjoy a special price per game of just $3.75 per person. Just a few of the many reasons to come and have some fun at Strikers Bowling Alley Russellville. Strikers on West Main by the theater.
West Fraser Lumber in Russellville are proud supporters of our local athletic programs and love their community. Right now, West Fraser's Russellville location is looking for a hardworking millwright that's interested in joining their team. West Fraser offers competitive pay, paid holidays and vacations, and a benefits package. So go online at westfraser.com/careers and complete an application today. That's westfraser.com/careers. Choose a career with West Fraser because your future is up to you.
Amcor is hiring. Production entry-level pay is $15.40 an hour, and production operators start at $17.95 and can earn up to $27.77 an hour. And Amcor has a 4-year injury-free safety record. Plus, Amcor offers a $1,500 sign-on bonus, 401k match, and full benefit package, plus paid vacation. Start a career with a global company by visiting amcor.com/careers today, or go to Indeed and quick apply at Amcor Russellville. ABC Children's Academy is a Level 3 Better Beginnings accredited child care center. With 14 locations in the Pope, Johnson, and Yell County areas, care is available for ages 6 weeks to 12 years. Plus, ABC provides all-day child care and a variety of enrollment options, including Arkansas Better Chance, child care vouchers, tuition-based therapy edit programs, and an ABA program for individuals with autism. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world, one student at a time.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing here at the half, 27-0. And looking at other teams, the 6A West, of course, we mentioned that Parkview defeated Searcy 52-6. It's going good for the West in the other two games. There at the half, and Mountain Home surprising Sylvan Hills, leading the Bears over there at Sylvan Hills 14-7. And Lake Hamilton doing what we expected against West Memphis all over the West Memphis Blue Devils 21-0. That is a second quarter score. Russell, though, trailing here 27-0. Turn to my color man, Aaron Duvall. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Marion is I think they've scouted Russellville pretty good. They feel like they had to stop the run, and they've done that tonight. They're stacking that defense. I said earlier, they're putting 6 men right close to that line of scrimmage, and some even more. And what we need to do is to loosen up that defense, and you do that by short passes, little down and outs, and not keep running up the middle. And I agree with you. It's been all Marion this first half, but I want to say on one series they had a little help from an official that, and I feel like that call is going to be talked about quite a bit in the Russellville area. Not necessarily the call, just the lateness of the flag. I mean, we're talking not just a few seconds. We're talking, seemed like a couple of hours before that flag came out. But anyway, Russellville's got to come out, and we've got to stay focused, and we've got to call the plays that loosens that defense. And little down and outs can do that. We've got the passer, we've got the receivers that can do that, and I think that's what Russellville needs to do. Good thing about it, we're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, Russell's not out of this. I mean, it feels like it, but I got to tell you, it felt like it when it was 13-0. But they're not out of this. But look, they do need to maximize opportunities and you know, try to lengthen this game. But it all starts with you got to stick the ball in the end zone. I mean, and then who knows what happens after that. Russellville was behind last week against Siloam Springs, and momentum shifted to Russellville. They didn't win that game going away, so they've come back before, but big lead here. And you got to talk to your kids, say there's one more half to go, and how do you want to finish? You want to finish by going out strong and possibly even upsetting Marion here and going into Benton next week. And so the kids have one more half here, and you just got to feel like they're going to make some adjustments here, and things got to turn around because so many things went against Russellville in that first half. You just figure something good has to happen for the Cyclones. Right now they trail it 27-0. We're going to take a break. We come back, we'll give you the statistics of the first half. We also have scores from around the area and from around our conference coming up during this halftime show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Arkansas Carports offers in-house financing with no credit check up to $75,000 on custom-made carports, garages, barns, horse sheds, and more installed in as quick as 1 to 3 weeks with a lifetime warranty. Plus, ask about how you can join the Arkansas Carport dealership family today. Stop by Arkansas Carports on Highway 64 in Knoxville. Visit arkansascarports.com or call 479-885-5022.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
The right roof starts with the right roofer. Your home is your largest investment, and when it's time for a roof repair or replacement, Look no further than Miller Roofing Company. Miller Roofing has been in business over 30 years and sports a 9-time Best of the Best in the River Valley. They earn this reputation through stability and quality of service. Don't take my word for it. Go visit Lori and Wendell's new expansive showroom at 318 South Arkansas in Russellville, or by giving them a call at 890-3499. Miller Roofing Company will help you love where you live.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing here at the half by a score of 27-0. We'll give you these stats. Not pretty, but better than it was at one point. Russellville did not get a first down until late in the second quarter. In fact, for a quarter and a half, they only had 1 yard on offense. Russellville did finish with 32 yards on offense, 293 for Marion. We're going to run through this as quick as we can because it's not that pretty, but I do want to give you the stats. Russellville had the 6 passing yards, 26 rushing yards. Passing the football, Gavin Graham was 2 of 6 for 6 yards. Did have an interception. Receiving, Caden Rose had a catch, Damon Donahoe had a catch, and that's been it for the Cyclones. Running the football, Tracy Daniels with the most carries and the most yards. He has 6 carries for 19 yards. Donahoe 5 carries for 10 yards. Longest play from scrimmage for Russell's with 11 yards. That's been it. They've really struggled on offense. Of course, 2 turnovers in that first half, interception and a fumble. The Patriots doing a good job turning that into points. They did have a turnover themselves on a fumbled punt, but Russellville, after recovering the punt, went a 3 and out, had to kick it away. Third down conversions, Russellville 0 of 5, the Patriots 8 of 10, and some of those have been longer than 10 yards. Patriots went for 1 fourth down. They did not make it. Russellville 20 plays to the Patriots 41. Just about every stat really heavily on Marion's side. That's why they lead it by a score of 27-0. Do want to give you their individual totals. We said coming into the game, Cameron Anderson, number 3. He's their main guy. Rushed for over 1,300 yards this season. He's been their main guy tonight. 24 carries, 167 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And a long of 68. And that was not a touchdown carry, but that's been their longest play from scrimmage. Ben Girard, the quarterback, he's only completed 5 passes, but he's done it for 137 yards and a touchdown. Had a long 60-yard touchdown pass to Donnie Cheers. I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was a 37-yard touchdown pass. They did have a 60-yard hookup on their first drive, and Cheers is their leading receiver. Donnie Cheers with 4 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. But still have a half a play. The winner of this game gets the Benton Panthers, as Benton is one of 4 teams receiving a bye in the state playoffs, as they're the number 1 team out of the 6A West. Jonesboro, the number 1 team out of the 6A East. They'll take on Little Rock Parkview next week, as Parkview defeated Searcy yesterday 52-6 in the game that wasn't even that close. It was 42-0 at the half. Greenwood getting a bye. They'll take on the winner of Mountain Home and Sylvan Hills. Mountain Home leading Sylvan Hills at the half 14-7. The other team getting a bye is El Dorado. They're the number 2 team out of the 6A East. They will play the winner of Lake Hamilton and West Memphis, and Lake Hamilton got to be a heavy favorite for that game. And second quarter score, they lead it by a score of 21-0. Russellville trailing 27-0 here at the half. We'll take a break, come back with more of your halftime show. You're listening to Russellville Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Hi everybody, this is Chris George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in beautiful downtown Russellville. We are excited to announce every single item is year-end clearance, red tag sale priced now through Christmas. The best selection we've ever had and the best prices of the year. Custom design is available in store, one-of-a-kind designs that no one else has. Come in early and let us design your once-in-a-lifetime dream. Come see us at Joshua's Fine Jewelry in beautiful downtown Russellville.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Zacadale Summit and all the folks at the Old South realize they have so much to be thankful for. That's one of the reasons they're having a free Thanksgiving meal for those in need on November the 25th. That's a Thursday, 11 to 2. Turkey or have your choice, mashed potatoes, corn, green beans, and dessert. This is a free meal, but donations will be accepted for St. Jude's Children's Hospital and local charities. Don't forget also, the Old South will be closed Friday and Saturday following the Thanksgiving holiday.
You know, I always look back at my stuff from last year and when we went to the playoffs, because I was totaling some of the stuff for our playoff trips, and I noticed that around the playoffs we always start talking about basketball, and that's not because we're giving up, it's just because it starts happening. And I misspoke earlier when I said it was almost midnight madness for the Cyclone basketball team. They call it just Cyclone Madness, and that was last night at Cyclone Arena when it featured 7th grade all the way up through 12th grade. The varsity boys and girls of the Russellville Cyclones will be in action on November 16th. That's Tuesday. It will be a benefit game, so you know, it won't be scores, and they all do that different. Sometimes they'll play a half varsity and a half JV. We saw it last year where they restarted the score at the end of each quarter. But they're going to do that. They're going to bring in Ozark, and then that'll be varsity girls and varsity boys, with the varsity girls beginning at 6 o'clock, and the boys will follow. Now, our first action, and we'll have this for you on Cyclone Booth, will be November 22nd, so a week from Tuesday, as it'll just be a girls' game only as they host Sylvan Hills, and that officially kicks off the season. The boys will travel to Fayetteville the very next night for an away match against the Bulldogs. And looking at their schedule, they got some big trips planned. I know the girls are going to Hot Springs Invitational on December 2nd through the 4th. The boys are going to Republic, Missouri for the Republic Invitational on that during that same time, December 2nd through the 4th. The Lady Cyclones, after taking a break, are going back to the Morrilton Invitational Tournament, December 6th through 11th. That's spanning over about a week, and sometimes they even have a game in between. The boys are going to the Arvest Hoop Fest, which I think they participated in last year at Rogers, and the John Stanton Classic for the boys in Conway. So a lot going on. They're really taking some big trips. And then, of course, the conference will start for both teams on January the 7th. And our conference looks like this. It's Greenwood, Greenbrier, Alma, Mountain Home, Silent Springs, Valonia, and Van Buren. may be changing next year, but as of this year, same as last year, the 5A West that Russell's in, and of course the boys defending champs, two-time defending champs of the 5A West. Boy, I hope that's two-time, maybe three times, but maybe the cold out here is affecting my memory. But nonetheless, the Russell boys definitely have a target on their back. Not just Valogna's gunning for them, but a few schools gunning for them. But they were doing it last year, and Rossville, they don't seem to rebuild; they just reload, and they got a pretty talented sophomore class coming in this year to try to defend their conference title. But as we said, your first chance to see them in a benefit game against Ozark, the girls at 6 o'clock, the boys will be on Tuesday night, November 16th at Cyclone Arena. As for us right here, Russellville trailing at the half, 27-0. I'll quickly go through the scoring totals for you very quickly. Don't want to spend too much time on it, but Marion got the ball, looked like they were going to get the ball out there on 20. They had a 15-yard penalty. That was following an interception, and they only went 18 yards on that drive in 6th place. In the second quarter, with 7:13 left, they got on the board again. Ben Girard hit Donnie Cheers on a 3rd down and long, a 37-yard touchdown pass. Peary added the extra point, made it 20-0. They scored one more time with 1:44 left. Cameron Anderson, again, his 3rd touchdown of the game from 5 yards out. That capped off a 16-yard drive in 3 plays where Russell had turned the ball over. And Russell's turnovers has been turned into touchdowns for Marion, and that's where we sit here at the half. I can always count on people, and I love this. Reverend Tom Scott and also Travis Simpson telling me it's 3 times. It is 3 times that they've won. I knew it was 2. I didn't want to misspeak. But yeah, 3-time conference champion for the Cyclone basketball team. So I guess, look, they've had the bullseye on their back, right? I mean, so this is nothing new to them. And for Coach Pennington, and he's really set the bar high. What's he going to do for an encore after back-to-back conference titles? But I tell you, he's not worried about it. That guy's as intense as it comes as a coach, and really entertaining to watch. And looking forward to that. I mean, look, I hope we're doing 2 things next week with basketball and football. But looking forward to basketball season starting up. Always a fun time with the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones. So I'm going to give you some scores from around the area here, because we gave you the 6A West, but did not highlight any of the area teams first, but we'll do that right now. Crossit is leading Pottsville at the half 42-0, so that's going to be a mercy rule game for the second half. That game will be over quickly. A halftime score, Paris is tied with Riverview at 7-7. Danville trailing Mena in the second quarter, 20-13. And a second quarter score, we have Elkins leading Dardanelle 17-3. Do not have a score yet on Hector or on Atkins in their ball games. But hey, if you're wanting a recap on all the high school football, best chance to get it is here on 102.3 at 10 o'clock tonight. From 10 until midnight, you'll hear the Scoreboard Show with Rex Nelson, their host, and also, Rex Nelson and Nate Olson, both of those guys your host on the Scoreboard Show from 10 o'clock until midnight here on 102.3. We're having extended halftime, and I don't know why, because they had the Marion Band, but that's been it. And so with 2:33 on the clock, neither team has come out. So usually what they'll do is they'll come out, they get an extra 3 minutes, so we'll have a little bit longer halftime show before we go back to action. Russellville trailing here 27-0. They will get the ball to start the second half. We're going to take another break and come back with more. You're listening to Russellville Cyclone Football at 102.3.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F BNF Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
This is Carly Powell, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a mainstay in the lives of the customers we serve and the communities we live in. We put our customers first, making sure each experience at Centennial is a great one, while taking care of all their banking needs. We pride ourselves on giving back to our local community. We partner with organizations that do the same. Centennial Bank, we're always banking with you in mind. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When knee, hip, or back pain rob you of your mobility, count on St. Mary's Regional Medical Center for compassionate, individualized care. From sports medicine to joint replacement, we address the pain and keep you moving. Our enhanced cleaning, mask requirements, and social distancing help keep you safe. St. Mary's Regional, count on us. Take our free joint pain assessment at stmarysregional.com.
Well, the horn has sounded here to start the second half, but Marion, they're finished warming up. They're doing jumping jacks in the end zone. I feel like doing jumping jacks. It's cold out here. You said that the kickoff, it was 52 degrees. I think it was colder than that. The wind chill was down below that. Russell just now coming out on the field. The officials are out there. I wonder if they're going to make us start or they're going to give us extra time. Not sure. I do want to say something on a little personal note because we heard that Strikers is one of the sponsors for Cyclone Athletics. Russellville has bowling team. We started it 2 years ago. Our girls have been to the state tournament both seasons. Russellville's boys have not, but they've sent individuals to the state tournament in both the first 2 seasons, and the people at Strikers could not be nicer. They are, of course, allow Russellville to host their matches there, allow them to practice there, and they've been nothing but supportive. Anybody that wants to come out after their practice, they bend over backwards to help Russellville, and it really helped build the program, the bowling program, in just its 3rd season. And Holton Lee and his family out there have been nothing but fantastic to Russellville Athletics and the bowling team in particular, and really glad to hear that. And I'm glad they're doing well. Apparently their leagues have picked up, and so I'm glad to hear that. I say that because Russellville High School, of course, they have 9th graders on up. They hosted their tryouts, and they're starting their season very soon. They're begin practicing now, and their season starts they moved up the bowling season. They moved it up the last week of November, but the problem is nobody wants to play because it's right around Thanksgiving. So, but the season runs right last week of November, first week of December till the second week of February if you make the state tournament. And so, but just wanted to say thanks to Holton Lee and his crew out there for all that they've done for Russellville High School and helping them begin the bowling team a couple years ago and continuing helping. Russellville is getting a little bit extra time to warm up, and so let Marion cool off a little bit there. Russellville will start the second half with the football, trailing 27-0. I'm going to give you updates on a couple scores. Mountain Home still leading Sylvan Hills. That's still a halftime score, 14-7. But it finally reached the half. Lake Hamilton leading West Memphis 41-6. So that'll be a mercy rule game, and good for the West. And again, Little Rock Parkview defeating Searcy 52-6. There was a chance that we might see Searcy. We thought we were going to get to draw them, and but Searcy, actually, the quarterback broke their arm, and so they fizzled at the end of the year and really didn't put up much of bother for Little Rock Parkview last night. Still don't understand why that game was played on Thursday night, because I know they share the field there with the Little Rock Catholic and, of course, the Razorbacks, but Catholic is not at home tonight, and so I don't know why they played that game on Thursday. But that game was 42-0 at the half, and then they ended up winning at 52-6. Parkview had the mercy rule, and they showed a lot of mercy in that game. About ready to start the second half, and Russellville, as we said, will get the ball. They will be going into the wind to start this third quarter. Russellville gets to pick. Of course, they pick the ball, and so Marion gets to pick whether or not they want the wind at their back or not. They want their wind at the back here in the third quarter, and Marion's amped up. They're jumping up and down. They're dancing to music. Why shouldn't they be? They're 27-0. Russellville coming out looking like all business here. We'll see what adjustments that the Cyclones have made here on offense. And again, they have struggled in that first half, but hey, still got 2 more quarters to go. With the wind at their back, kicking this way, they've kicked everything into the end zone. This one, Damon Donahoe points and says let this one go, so Russell will start at their own 20-yard line.
Well, as I said earlier, Russellville needs to come out and stay focused, establish themselves, not necessarily establishing a run game because it's very difficult unless you have some type of sweep or pitch out or something like that. But this defense of Marion is so tight in the middle that you've got to loosen that up a little bit and get to the outside, I think, is the key.
Yeah, they're really daring Russell to throw the football, to be honest, in that first half. We'll see what they go here. Russell going to start with the run. They'll run into a pile and get some positive yards there. I think that was Donahoe with the carry, and he'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, Donahoe went off the left tackle, and he did. He picked up about 3 yards, and that's a good way to start.
Russell in that first half just had 26 yards on 14 carries. Looking at 2nd down and 7 here. First possession of the second half. And just when we think the wind couldn't get stiffer, it does. And you can really hear it on our crowd mic affecting it. And it's blowing into the face of Russellville and across the field. So into the face of the visiting fans. Graham back to pass, throwing to the near side. It's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Try to go to Bowles over here. And it wasn't really double covered, but jumping out there was the safety, London, who almost made the pick there. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Russellville.
Yeah, they had 2 defenders there, and I think if Bowes had made his cut just a little bit quicker, he might have been able to catch that, but he might have went a little deeper than what Graham was thinking. Yeah, I can hear the wind now.
Yeah, it's picking up big time. 3rd down and 7. Graham back to pass. Here comes the blitz. He's got the screen set up. Daniels has it. He's across the 30. He's got the first down and more. Breaks the tackle. No, he drags a tackler from the 40 to beyond the 45. Good call against that all-out blitz there for Marion. And Russell, a big gain, their biggest gain of the game as they go to the 47-yard line, 24-yard pickup. Here's the quarterback draw. Russell going quickly. Gavin Graham's going to be stacked up. He breaks a tackle. He's along the left sideline. He's at the 40, 35. Going to be pushed out of bounds there. That looked like it was bottled up after a 1-yard gain. He picks up a first down.
Yeah, he tried to go up the middle or off to the right just a little bit. Nothing there, so he broke to the left and got around the corner and was able to pick up a lot of positive yards.
Now the screen pass goes for 24. Gavin Graham goes there for 20. Back-to-back plays. Long gains for Russellville. Tracy Daniels going to weave his way here on 1st down. He gets just inside the 30-yard line before being tripped up.
I was going to say one of the best ways to loosen up that defense, especially against the blitz, is go with the screen pass, and that's exactly what Russellville did on the previous play.
2nd down and 7, ball at the 30. Daniels to left of Gavin Graham. Tight formation. Covington the S-back. Tracy Daniels going to follow Covington, and he gets inside the 25. A late push there. Will pick up an extra yard to the 22, and a first down for Russellville.
Daniels did a good job of waiting on his blocker and following him.
Russell going quickly here, 1st and 10. Now Daniels line up to the right. Back to pass is Graham. It's going to be a quarterback draw. He's going to tuck it, try to get to the right side. He's inside the 20, and he'll be hit. He loses the football, and Russell covers it at the 20-yard line. There's Alec Bowles to cover the football. Pickup of 2 officially on the play.
That play as it is developing, it looked like he was going to gain more yards than just 2 yards because the opening was there on the right side, on the outside anyway.
They're on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, swing pass out to Tracy Daniels, and he'll get near the 16-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and short for Russellville. They're going to put it down at the 17 and say where he got tripped up, so 3rd and 5. Daniels now 2 catches on this drive for 27 yards. Russell trailing 27-0, but the first drive of the second half here. Russell's driven from their own 20 down to the 17. Make a trip to the red zone for the first time. Daniels right up the gut. He got hit at the 15, turned around, kind of backpedaled for an extra yard. It'll be very close to a first down. I don't think he got it, but we're going to wait and see.
About a yard short, I believe.
Russell wanting to go quick. Are they going to measure it? Nope, they're not going to measure it. So Russell going to go quick here on 4th down and 1. They're going to go for it at the 13-yard line. Daniels the running back, and somebody jumped. I don't know if it's Russellville or Marion. We got the flag. We're going to wait and see. Didn't see a signal yet. We had one from each side, and they're going to talk about it. They got a first down. They're going to mark it against Marion.
Yeah.
It's who gets the encroachment first, and they had a lineman, we had a lineman that jumped. Their guy jumped in the neutral zone first, so Russell, second time they've gotten a first down via the penalty. This will give them 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line. That's big when you can convert a 4th down without even snapping the ball. You can save that play for later. 1st and goal, counter play here. Tracy Daniels is going to carry it, and he runs into a pile, runs out of the pile at the 5-yard line.
Went off that left guard's position, and again, Daniels is very good at following his blockers right on their heels.
They give him the 6, not quite the 5-yard line. So 2nd and goal from there. Bowles will come out, Hallmark in, and whenever I see that, I'm thinking, okay, are we going Wildcat formation? Went away for a while, came back. Sometimes Hallmark's been in at running back, but here's he's going to be that quarterback in the Wildcat formation with Daniels to his right. Hallmark's going to keep it himself, and he breaks a tackle with a 3. Loses the football. Ball is loose at the goal line, picked up by Marion, and Marion picks it up, steps out of bounds at the 3, and the Patriots have held.
Yeah, Ben had 2 or 3 tacklers hanging on him. Got his hand in there and just knocked the ball loose. Came up behind him and looked like he was headed, getting ready to score.
And Russellville with their 3rd turnover tonight. Turned the football over inside the 5-yard line.
Excuse me, that series right there should show the Russellville offense we can move against this defense.
Third turnover, and now Patriots have the ball at their own 3-yard line. Good for our defense, but bad because Russellville is getting ready to score for the first time. Figure Anderson's going to get the ball here deep in their own end. He does. He runs into a pile, and the pile moves a couple yards to the 5-yard line. Russellville trailing 27-0. That would have been huge had the Cyclones stuck that ball in the end zone on the first drive. So now what you hope for is, okay, yeah, that's bad, but you can't sit there and sulk. You've got to get a stop. How about a 3 and out? Make them punt from deep in their own end. Pick up a 3 on that play for Cameron Anderson. Now it's 170 yards on 25 carries. He's going to get the call again, right side, and just a couple yard gain and bring up 3rd down for the Patriots.
Our defense is doing exactly what they need to do. They're filling in the holes, the gaps, and Anderson really has no place to run when he's trying to take it right up the middle and off to the side.
He's rushed 2 times on this drive for 5 yards. 3rd down and 5, 7 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. You're down 4 scores, so time is an issue, but still, through the 3rd quarter, you need the ball back quickly. Russell needs a stop here. Girard with Anderson just in front of him to the left, so it's going to be a passing situation. Looks left, goes back right, and he's going for a big bomb there, and it's going to be caught. Did he stay in bounds? He did. Good grief. And that's Donnie Cheers with a big gain to the 46-yard line.
Had 2 defenders on him.
Now he caught it with his fingertips, and I was hoping that he was out of bounds. A 38-yard pickup on 3rd down and 5. Donnie Cheers has 182 yards on 5 catches. 6:41 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. They move out of the shadow of their own end zone to 1st and 10 from their own 46. Here's Anderson bouncing off the right side. He's got a big hole. He breaks 3 at the 40. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. They knocked Russellville back a little bit on their heels, just sort of staggered, and then hit Russellville quick there with a 54-yard touchdown run. Russellville, I tell you, probably still reeling from that 38-yard reception there. On the conversion of the 3rd and 5, they trail it 33-0 now after the big touchdown run, and I'm expecting Marion to go for 2 here.
Yeah, they are. The quarterback's in there along with Anderson.
Just 35 points is the sportsmanship rule, and Russellville's going to burn a timeout. They didn't have the right personnel on. I think they had extra point block. I don't think they realized Marion was going to go for 2 here. But if Marion gets up 35, then sportsmanship rule, mercy rule, whatever you want to call it, kicks in. Well, what a turn of events. Russell going in, fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line, and then Marion a 97-yard drive. There's just not many things that have gone wrong for Marion tonight. I mean, a missed extra point. Is that it? That fumbled on the punt, but then their defense shut them down on a 3-and-out. Look at this. They go 3rd and 5, a 38-yard pass, fingertip catch by Donnie Cheers. The very next play, a 54-yard touchdown run. Makes it 33-0. A timeout by Russellville, who I think they had their extra point block in there, and they just weren't ready for the 2-point conversion. Or maybe they wanted to change personnel. But I know Ben Hallmark was running in after the timeout, after the timeout. Now he's in on that defensive line. And we'll see what 2-point play they draw up. It's a big play here if you're Russellville. You want to maximize possessions. It all starts with a stop right here on this 2-point play. Girard brings a man in motion. He's going to look to the right and can throw it back to the end zone. Is complete. Boy, that guy doesn't catch. He doesn't miss anything. Donnie Cheers. That throw was high and he went up and got it. A 2-point play is good. That makes it 35-0. And Marion will invoke the mercy rule on Russellville when we come back. 6:31 left to play here in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
6:31 left to play here in the third quarter, and a very windy game here, and a bad game for Russellville. Just about everything's gone wrong for them. They trail at 35-0 now, and Marion scored the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, and the reason they went for 2 is to try to get the mercy rule invoked, and now the clock will not stop unless it's a injury or a timeout, depending on who you talk to. Some will stop it after a score, some won't. Depends on what the home place calls. We found out, and so it's going to be a quicker second half now. Sadly, here's the kick. This is going to be returned by Donahoe as he picks it up at the 9-yard line. He's across the 20, 25. Takes a tackler on at the 30 and gets a few extra yards to the 33.
When Donahoe got up and started running, he was thinking his knee, nothing touched the ground. He was laying on top of the defender. But the official stopped it.
24 yards on the return. Clock rolling now, 6:20 left. Russellville trailing 35-0. Say 6:20 left in the third quarter. It's Mekhi Foster, his first action here on offense. Graham going to throw across the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. Tried to go to Bowles there, and this ball sailed a little bit on Graham. He was throwing into that wind. Probably had to give it a little bit extra mustard there, and a little bit too much. It brings up 2nd down and 10.
Well, I think the down and out is probably the easiest one, or just a little hook pattern might be the best pass to go with. Of course, Marion's not stacking that defense right now because they're expecting Russellville to pass.
Yep, Graham back to pass. Got the screen set up. It's complete to Mekhi. He's across the 35, running to the far left side. Past the 40, gets out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. If the guy on the far side spotting at the 43, that's enough for a first down. We'll wait and see what they say.
They're moving the chain.
All right. Got exactly 10 yards. Russell will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 43. They've now surpassed 100 yards offense tonight. Again, just been struggling tonight. It's just feels snake bit tonight. Here's a give, and bouncing it outside is Mekhi Foster, who'll get to the 48. That play started left, went back right. Good eyes there by Mekhi. Picks up 5 yards on the play.
Foster showed some powerful running. He ran over 2 defenders. Again, going to the right side, getting to the outside, and was able to gain about 5 yards.
This is his first action on offense tonight. I said that earlier. It didn't mean first action because he is a starter on the defensive side, so he does get some rest during on offense. He was a starter last week against Siloam with 2 running backs for Russellville had ankle injuries, and so he got to start the bulk of the carries, and he'll carry here on 2nd down to 5, stretching it out to the left side, and he'll be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Just couldn't quite get it outside enough. They'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Russellville.
Ben Hallmark and Covington both put a block on the outside man of Marion, and boy, they laid him out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw.
That's good.
Yeah. Aaron Thomas, our producer, saying it's below 50. It feels like it's 50 below the way the wind is. Here's a reverse. Russell drops the football. Elijah Clark dropped it, and he falls on it back at the 42. Frustrated there. Just takes the football, kind of pounds it into the turf there. So big loss of the play by the Cyclones, going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they had the blockers for him. They were going to run that to the right side of that offensive line, and the blockers were out there.
3:17 left to play here in the 3rd. Russellville looking at 4th down and 12. And Hallmark's coming off the field. Russell's going to go for it here. They need the Patriot 47-yard line for a 1st down. 3 receivers to the left. They're going to give it to Mackay straight up the middle, and he'll lose a yard on the play. I tell you, I don't think Russell realized it was 4th down. Did they? Maybe they did. Now here's a late flag that just came in. Maybe they did. It's an odd play to call there. And now a very late flag coming in. And I didn't see what happened, but they're looking like it's going to mark it off against – are they going to mark it off against Russellville? I don't know what the call is. I thought maybe Russellville didn't realize it was 4th down, but they ran the defense on pretty quickly. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Patriots and unsportsmanlike conduct against Russellville. Those penalties offset. Now in high school football, they have to mark it off, don't they? No, okay, because usually if there's 2, they mark off one, mark off the other, but since they're offsetting in exactly the same amount, then okay, they actually gave Mackay a yard on that play, but pick up a yard on 4th and 12, not near enough. So with 2:02 left to play here in the 3rd quarter, Russell turns the ball over on downs, and they turn it over. This will be the 3rd time that Marion will start on the Cyclone side of the 50.
Well, 4th and 12, you were right, Mickey. That was an unusual call. Maybe Russellville didn't know that it was 4th.
Yeah, maybe not. Or maybe they feel like, hey, maybe we'll catch them napping. I mean, they've done that kind of thing before. Now, with the mercy rule invoked, 35-0, and Marion, I tell you, I mention this because we don't see this too often in our conference. They're being true sportsmen. They're actually coming in with their backup quarterback, Ashton Gray, number 19. And he's going to give it to Jalen Smith on the counter play, his 2nd carry of the game, and he'll get to the 42-yard line, a no gain. Our conference, they don't care if it's a mercy rule or not. They try to score as much as possible. They kind of take the mentality of PA, I noticed.
Well, I think Marion realizes who they're facing next week, and they're going to need that quarterback and Anderson both.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Benton, there's a reason why they're number 1 in the 6A West. They're really good. When you look at who they beat in Parkview, Lake Hamilton, Greenwood, and they've gone toe-to-toe with those teams, and you got to be healthy. If you're going to beat Benton, you got to be healthy. They give it to Jalen Smith. He broke free, and he's going to go the distance. This is their 3rd-string running back, but he's been injured. Probably normally a 2nd-string running back, and he just carried it in from 42 yards out. That makes it 41-0. I'll carry off the right side, and he just slipped through there, Kind of small enough, slipped through there between the tackles, and he was gone along that right side. That will be, this extra point will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter as the clock rolling down. I'm looking at it. It's now 7 seconds, and they rolled it down all the way to 7 and stopped it right there. The extra point is good, make it 42-0 with 7 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community under the bright lights of Friday night. Alathus Realty is determined to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty. Find us on Facebook today.
Cyclones trailing now 42-0. Maybe getting a little bit of help because they just moved it down to 41-0. I don't know why, but after Russell went for it on fourth down, turned the ball over on downs, it took Marion 2 plays to score a 42-yard touchdown run by Jalen Smith. The extra point was good, making it 40. Was the extra point no good? Because they're showing it 41-0. I thought it was. I thought it was good.
I did.
Okay, here's something odd. Sorry to be so quiet, but I think they realized they didn't stop the clock when they should have, and so it's still the third quarter. They put 25 seconds back on the clock, and now they're going to kick off. So the teams have not switched ends, and they're going to kick off still in this third quarter. So, and they're going to kick it. It's going to bounce at the 10-yard line, and Damon's going to pick it up at the 6-yard line. He'll return it, get to about the 18-yard line with 20 seconds left, and now that may be the last play of the third quarter. So they added 25 seconds left. I think when somebody scores, you're supposed to stop the clock. They didn't. Maybe that was the call here. And so now we're going to stop it. And they do have it as 41-0. So we're going to count it as if it was a missed extra point. I thought he hit it. So unless they do something different, we'll say he missed the extra point.
Well, it shows no time.
Yeah, it shows no time. We should.
I think there's total confusion.
Yeah, there is. There's no time on the clock, which means it should be starting the fourth quarter, which means Russell should have the wind at their back. We should switch to the other side. And they're lining up and wanting Russell to run a play. And when I say they, I mean the officials. Okay, now they put that extra point back on, so it is 42-0.
Now they've put 12 minutes on the
yeah, for the fourth quarter. I mean, that's what they're doing. But the official, the white hat, he's talking to the clock operator, and he wants 20 seconds left. So I guess the clock doesn't start until the first play. So yeah, we're gonna get a play here. Russell has the ball at their own 18, still in this third quarter. How about that? Gavin Graham in at quarterback. He's gonna give the ball off, and Russellville will get a yard, maybe two, near the 20-yard line. And now maybe this is going to be the last play of the fourth quarter. And it is. Now it's the last play of the fourth quarter. Damon Donahoe is going to be credited for a 3-yard run there. Well, the officials, I'll tell you this, they're doing it by the book on this because they didn't want to run off any extra time. So now we've reached the end of the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. Russell trailing 42-0. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Ashley Air is proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Our service to the River Valley began in 1958, the same year that the legendary Frank Broyles took over as football coach. The Hogs have had some great coaches, but we've never had so many on campus all at once. Sam Pittman, Eric Musselman, Dave Van Horn, and Mike Neighbors, just to name a few. What an incredible team. We put together quite a team at Ashley Air, too. On game day, call the Hogs. When your AC breaks, call Ashley Air.
Werewolves fans, this is Caleb Fields from A-State Men's Basketball, inviting you to join us at 7:30 p.m. Monday, November 15th, when we host Central Baptist College in First National Bank Arena.
Lobs it in, and O'Meara gets the steal. Norshad to Fields. Fields dunks it right over the 6'8" Terrence Banyard, and we get a whistle and a foul.
To reserve your seat, visit astatewerewolves.com/tickets or call 870-972-2781. See you there. Wolves up.
As we start the fourth quarter, Russellville gives a handoff there to Damon Donahoe, and he'll be tackled at the 25-yard line. Russellville going to stay with Damon Donahoe and Gavin Graham, and why not? They're a senior, and this is going to be their last game. Several seniors on this team playing their last game here as they trail Marion 42-0. You know, only one team's going to be happy that enters the state playoffs, and that's a team that doesn't lose at the very end, wins it all. So chances are you're going to be on a team that doesn't finish with a victory, but a lot of positive things happening for this senior class. They've been the first class under Dave Wheeler. Here's an incomplete pass going to Stokes. Going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Foster's in at running back now. He's come in, and Alex Bowes had come in.
Russell going to have to punt the football away here on 4th and 7. And Coach Wheeler finishing his first regular season 5-5, making the playoffs. Then Hallmark on to punt this one away. He's a junior. And fair catch called for back at the 35-yard line. And that's where Marion will have the football. 44-yard punt. No return. 10:29 left to play here in the football game. Russell trailing 42-0. Russell will end their season here. Came in as a 5 seed. You know, I felt it was a tough draw getting Marion, because even though they're 4-6, you got to realize they vacated 2 wins for playing an eligible player that really didn't factor in the wins. And so instead of 6-4, they're 4-6. 3 receivers to the right, none to the left. There's the give to the running back. He's across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Again, Ashton Gray, the quarterback, who has had significant playing time this year, playing for injured Ben Gerard. He's thrown for 242 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's much more of a runner. He's actually rushed for over 100 yards, 21 carries and a touchdown in a game this year.
It looks like he gained about 7 yards going off to that left side.
Be 2nd down and 2. Again, we've been without the play clock since late in the first quarter. There's the give once again, and they get to the 45, 46-yard line. Going to be very close to a 1st down.
Clock still runs, and again has the same play going off that left tackle position.
Just about everything going Marion's way early on. And Russell just could never recuperate. Running back trying to bounce it outside. Ball's on the turf. It's going to be picked up by Travion Traylor. He's going down the sideline at the 30. Picks up a block. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones! Travion Traylor picks up the fumble. Scores from 42 yards out. How about that?
And got a great block on the quarterback going down that sideline.
We're going to say a 46 yards, and scores the touchdown. Travion, senior, playing in his last game. How about that? Picks up a fumble, scoops, and scores from 46 yards out.
He actually showed some speed there.
And the extra point is missed. And that was a bad snap, and I don't know if that's counted as a miss. If it is counted as a miss, then that's the first miss of the season for Noe Jimenez. It was a bad snap. They never actually put the ball down. He did kick it, so maybe that does. I have to go to the rule book for that one and see if that actually counts. That would be bad because Noe has not missed a kick all season. Russell trailing 42-6 here. I wish I had better eyes on that. I want to get Travion exactly where he picked it up, but I'm going to say it's the 46-yard line. He ends up scoring. Russellville fails on the extra point. With 8:44 left, Cyclones trailing 42-6. I tell you what, perfect time for Travion to score there on his last game as a Cyclone. And we talked to Coach Wheeler about him, and I asked him off the air. I said, you know, why he's going to play college football somewhere. I said, why is he it taking so long anybody really make an offer? He says, well, he's been other places. Pittsburgh State, I know, is interested in him, which is Football Factory there in Kansas. As we have the kickoff here, it's a live ball, and it crosses the goal line. And the return man, we waited forever, and that was almost a live ball. But he said Pittsburgh State has hosted Travion a couple other places. He said what they do is, he goes, they don't see his they just look at his size, and they don't realize what a player he is. He goes, he's going to make somebody really happy that they got passed on some other guys. He said he'll be signee, maybe a late signee. He said, but he's going to be a 4-year player if he wants to be. And really high on Travion Traylor. And I got to tell you, when I was interviewing Wheeler for the first time, Travion was one of the guys he mentioned. He goes, hey, this guy's going to be a college football player. And he's had a fantastic senior season. And what a way to cap it off with a touchdown for the Cyclones, a 46-yard scoop and score. Here's the carry by Smith, and he'll lose yardage on 1st and 10 for Marion. Gets dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Ben Hallmark got in there on him and brought him down. Traylor was right there. Both of them together is a good, solid force for that defense.
They give him a 16, so 2nd down and 14 for Marion. Tough to milk the clock when you can't see the play clock, and now we have a false start going against the Marion Patriots. Be 2nd down and even further. Well, Marion will be on the road to take on the Benton Panthers, and I tell you, when we played Benton, a lot of kids wanted another crack at him because we started really slow. If you remember the first 2 offensive plays, here's a bad snap. It goes over the quarterback's head, and it's going to be picked up by the running back. But when he did, he put his knee down. Yes. He had to go to a knee to pick up the football, so it's a loss all the way back to the 1-yard line.
I know you got to count it to 1, but it's really at the half-yard line.
Yeah. Backside of the football is almost touching the goal line. And it little high on the snap, but it hit the quarterback in the eyes. And so they're looking at 3rd down and 29 from their own 1-yard line. We'll finish that thought here in a little bit later, but there's something going here. They're going to give the handoff, and Russell looking for the safety. Defense is always thinking about the safety, but they get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, Ty Hips was in there trying to get first contact on him while he was still in the end zone.
Yeah, and so they're going to be punting with the ball snapped just inside their own 1. Usually these punts, you snap at 15 yards, so it throws a lot of timing off. And remember the last punt they had, we almost got the block, and so I wonder if Russell's going to come after this one. Russell trailing 42-6 with 6.5 to go. And scoop and score from their defense. Let's see if we can get a block kick. How about that? Russell doesn't look like they're coming after it. But Travion Traylor almost got it, and it's a terrible kick. It's going to be fair caught by Damon Donahoe at the 23-yard line. They let Travion come through.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow's right. And it goes as a 22-yard kick. Russell will have the football at the Patriot 23-yard line.
Well, Ty Hips was coming to the outside, and he had a blocker on him. He couldn't get to the punter, but that one came close to being blocked.
Well, we didn't really rush. I mean, Travion went for it, and he went unblocked. Travion back in there at left tackle now. Graham with Donahoe to his left. He'll keep it himself after the fake handoff. And can he break a tackle? He can't. Back at the 25-yard line, stop for a 2-yard loss. They had a hold of Gavin's jersey. He just couldn't break 3. Loss of 2 on the play. As mentioning Russell, remember against Benton, their first 2 offensive plays ended at 2 turnovers. And so before you blinked, it was 21-0. Benton led. Russell was asked for a switch of football here on 2nd down and 12, so they're going to get that. Mountain Home, this would be a surprise of the night, though. They're leading Sylvan Hills 21-14 in the 4th quarter. Lake Hamilton got the mercy rule going in their football game. Graham back to pass. He's going to roll over to his left, throwing, and David Donahoe's got it down the left sideline. He's at the 15, cuts back. He's at the 10, the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown. 25-yard touchdown pass from Graham, who had to scramble a little bit to find Damon Donahoe and Russellville. Gets the touchdown, the first offensive touchdown of the night for the Cyclones.
They're letting the clock run after the touchdown.
Yeah, 4:37 left. Russell going to try the extra point here. I got to look that up. I need to see if that last one counts as a missed extra point, because it would be the first of the season for Noe Jimenez. Good snap on this one. When it's good snap, there's no doubt about it. He kicks it through. And Russellville still trails, but they've back-to-back touchdowns, one defense, one offense. They trail 42-13. That's what I like, though. There's no quitting these kids. They're saying, hey, we're going to go down swinging. We're going to keep it right here because the clock is rolling here, and now it stops with 4:33 left. I want to tell you about that quick drive there that Russellville took over. They go 23 yards in 2 plays, a 25-yard touchdown pass from Gavin Graham to Damon Donahoe. 2 seniors hooking up for the last time in their high school career. Extra point by Jimenez was good. Russellville trails at 42-13. Greenbrier may be a conference opponent next year. I think they're going to move up to 6A. They're tied with Maumelle in the third quarter, 28-28. Darnell has scored, come back a little bit, but still trails Elkins 29-16. That's in the third quarter. We'll have all the scores for you here on 102.3 beginning at 10 o'clock with the scoreboard show. Rex Nelson, Nate Olson. It'll run from 10 o'clock until midnight here on 102.3. 4:33 left to go in the game. Russellville trails 42-13. Noe Jimenez is going to kick off, and this one's going to bounce one time and go into the end zone. So the Patriots will take over at the 20-yard line. Well, if you're going to get beat and get sportsmanship rule, we've made it exciting in this fourth quarter. Travion Traylor, the senior, getting a scoop and score. And Gavin Graham scrolling out to his left and hitting Damon Donahoe on a little screen pass. Nice little find, and Damon scoring. The seniors going to look back, and they're going to look like they're going to be part of the class that helped change the culture here with Coach Wheeler in his first year. Ashton Gray, the quarterback for the Patriots. He's their backup. Is back in, hard count. And they're going to get a false start. Hard count, and his own guy jumped. Clock rolling now, 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. It's really hard for them to milk the clock again because the play clock is shut off, and they're trying to milk as much time, but they can't. They have to keep asking the guy in the white hat how much time is left. There's 1st and 15. There's Smith. He's going to be swarmed right at the 15. Maybe a pickup of a half yard.
Well, he got nailed. Good game tackling by that Russellville defense.
Well, football almost a year-round sport because they'll start turning their attention to off-season football. And, of course, they'll do 7-on-7 in the summer. Wheeler was a little late coming in. Felt like behind the 8 ball right at the beginning. And, boy, you come in, you're doing that, and you're in what I think is the toughest conference in the state from top to bottom, 6A West. Here on 2nd down and 14, Marion leading 42-13 over the Cyclones. And Smith is going to get the call again. No, Gray's going to keep it, and he wish he would have handed off because he was spun around, sandwiched, and ends up no gain.
Yeah, I think the next time he'll hand that ball off because, again, game tackling by that defense.
He's just a sophomore. Did get a start this year. Rushed 21 times for 115 yards in that game, and he's their future. Marion made the state semifinals last year, even though they had a losing record. Remember, everybody made the playoffs last year because of COVID. This year, 4-6 coming in this game. Really 6-4, but they had to vacate 2 wins. There's a high snap. Gray handled it, gave it off to Smith, and he's hit and broke a tackle, ran backwards, and he ends up losing yards all the way back inside the 10.
Yeah, when he ran backwards, Traylor was there to wrap him up, and once you get wrapped up by Traylor, you're not going to get away from him.
No, Travion gets his hands on you. It's over. It's a 6-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 20. Jalen Smith there, that running back, he's a freshman. He is a touchdown tonight. And they're going to punt this one away. Well, it was an adventure last time, almost a block for Russellville and a terrible punt, 24 yards. We'll see what happens here with Puri. Russellville, they don't believe he's going to kick it very far. They're on Marion's side of the 50, right around the 45-yard line. They're checking with the white hat. They're trying to milk this clock down. There's a minute 23 left to play in the game. They're trying to milk it down as much as they can. Russell's coming after it. And again, Trayon almost with the block. Fair catch called for by Damon Donahoe, and he covers it at the 37, 38-yard line. So 28-yard punt that time. Russellville will have it with a minute 8 left to play in the ball game at the Patriot 38-yard line. And there is a flag down at the 34-yard line. Hard to see. It's right in the middle of the Patriot players. It's against Marion. Because we're on kind of closer to field level, have not been able to see very many signals. I don't know what the call was, but it's against the Patriots.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Sportsmanlike contact is what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 15-yarder. That's big.
Start to say he hadn't moved it yet. Now he's moving it.
So Russellville will start at the Patriot 24-yard line. Well, they've scored 13 unanswered points. Bad news is they were down 42. See if they can score again here. Graham back to pass, looking left. He's going to throw it for the end zone, going for Clark, and it's complete touchdown. Elijah Clark, another senior, getting a score in his final game. Good to see them celebrating. Gets a high five there from Luke Covington.
Well, the fans like it. The players love it. So very positive here at the end for the Russellville Cyclones.
Yeah, they have not quit. They could have easily just folded. But, hey, they're going out swinging. That pass, 24 yards from Clark from Gavin Graham. The extra point by Noe Jimenez is good. So 42-20 our score. And you just think back, Russellville had the ball to start the second half, down 27-0. They had driven from the 20 all the way down to the 1-yard line, going in, fumbled it, and Marion recovered to the 3-yard line, and they score on a 97-yard drive. I mean, that was your ball game right there. A couple big plays on that. They had 3rd and long that they converted and then scored on the very next play, a 54-yard touchdown run. That was not saying it wasn't over. By then, you're down 27-0, but you really felt like Russellville may be shifting momentum a little bit. They score there, make it 27-7. Who knows? So, not saying that Russellville would have come back, but let's say it this way: that was a nail in the coffin because that started the mercy rule and took away any hopes of Russellville on a comeback victory. But right now, they trail 42-20. They're going to kick this one, and it's going to bounce at the 2 and go into the end zone here with 59 seconds left to play here in the ball game. And now Marion can just take a knee if they want.
You know, Marion didn't have a player back there to receive that kickoff. If we'd have seen that quicker, we could have just chopped it over their receiving team and might have recovered the ball because it's a live ball when it goes past 10 yards.
Look like they are going to come out in victory formation. Well, they'll be a tough out, but
well, they got their starting quarterback in there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to just take a knee here. And Girard going to be under center for the first time tonight. They'll take a knee. Nobody moves. Russellville, classy themselves. We've seen this before where a team takes a knee and the team that's behind will take a timeout. 29 seconds left. Did they have to do it again? They shouldn't have to.
No.
We're waiting to see because we don't know what the play clock says. We know the game clock has 20 seconds left in it. And yep, that's going to be it. Cyclones lose it here by a score of 42-20. The season is over as they fall here to Marion in the first round of the 6A state playoffs. We'll take a break, come back with your post-game show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
At Fleet Tire Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings because you, the customer, are always the top priority. If you need new tires to get ready for winter, the tire and automotive experts at Fleet Tire Point S have more than 30 years of experience. And Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget. Come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference on Arkansas Avenue.
If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, we're going to shut this off and get this loaded. Russellville ends their season losing to Marion here 42-20. We'll post our stats on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us.
GMC Toyota. Come see why we're selling more cars than